Hi, Master Youth. My name is Ellie Kim, and I'm the high school female lead. So I hope these midweek messages actually encourage you throughout this coronavirus issue, and I hope we can use this platform to help you respond. And even in the midst of this sensitive time and a time of uncertainty for many of us, we want to encourage you and constantly point you back to Christ. So I'm excited to share Psalm 77 with you guys. I was looking through the Psalms, and I really felt like Psalm 77 stood out, and it felt like they were words from my heart that I didn't have words for. It felt very familiar, and it's called, "In the day of trouble, I seek the Lord." And so it starts off, if you guys can follow with me, it starts off, "I cry aloud to the Lord, aloud to God, and he will hear me." And so the psalmist here, his name is Asaph. And this psalm isn't tied to any specific occasion or event, but it's a lament psalm, and it's a song describing a season when the people of God are in a low condition. And I actually want to ask you guys a question. Just take some time really quick and be honest with yourself and ask yourself, do you feel like God's not working? Have you ever felt that? Have you ever felt like God's not working no matter how hard I try and I do things right, even though I know the truth, I tell myself the truth, I've known the truth, I grew up at church, I know he's loving, I know he's true, I know he's powerful, but it just doesn't register. And if you're being honest, you don't believe it. And the psalmist Asaph, he actually expresses that kind of deep lament, and throughout the first top verses, you can feel his pain. These words actually wring our hearts to feel that sorrow and desperation. If you look at verses 2, 3, and 4, he says that his hand is stretched out without wearying, and my soul refuses to be comforted. When I remember God, I moan, and when I meditate, my spirit faints. It even affects him mentally and physically. He says, "You hold my eyelids open, and I'm so troubled that I cannot speak." And so it's affecting him in so many ways where he can't even function well. And so Asaph, he's just going through so much distress. And in verses 8 and 9, he starts questioning God. And he tells him, "God, did your love just stop? Are your promises done? Or did you forget to be gracious?" And it says, "Did your anger just shut up your compassion?" Those are verses 8 and 9. And I just want to highlight that you can ask those hard questions. God's not offended by your questions. Actually, your doubt and your hope actually go hand in hand, and that's okay. That's what walking in faith looks like. So I saw this Instagram post, and it was so good. It said that healing begins the moment you stop pretending that you aren't hurt. And so I think many of us, we can fall into that temptation of just saying, "I'm okay, it's okay." And especially in the Christian type of culture, I think it's really easy to get caught up like, yeah, God is good, and he is, but I want to encourage you guys that during this time when you're at home, to actually ask him the hard questions, to be honest to him. And he actually loves that, because when you ask him the hard questions, you invite answers from him. So then after Asaph honestly questions God, verse 10 is a highlighting moment. He chooses God, and he says this. He says, "I will appeal to this." So he's urgently asking, and he calls God as the years of the right hand of the Most High. And so he's acknowledging God that he is the most powerful, and he's the Most High, and he's been there in the past, and so he won't abandon them. So Asaph starts praising him. In verse 13, he says, "Your way, O God, is holy. What God is great like our God?" And so if you notice, he starts having breakthrough, and he has breakthrough because he chose God. He chose to see God, and he actually practiced the spiritual discipline of remembering. He remembers who God is and what he's done, and he ponders on him, and he meditates. So I'll leave you guys with this. In your devotional times, be honest to God and remember who he is, and hold on to that. I'm doing that with you guys. In times of troubles like this, let's seek the Lord together, and let's continue to go to him again and again and again, and remember how good he is. So that's all I have for today. I really pray and hope that Psalm 77 convicted your guys' hearts. And so let's continue to be in the Word together. I miss you guys. Hope to see you guys soon.